Now we will be studying about what are the advantages of controlling. Number one, it helps to achieve the organizational goals. Now, already an organization makes certain goals during the planning process. Now, controlling is done at the end to check whether any deviation from the target has occurred. That means, if suppose, for example, here we are taking the target is to produce, because every organization aims at production at the end, and production only, by sale of the produced goods only every organization earns profit. So we are taking that the planned target is 5,000. Now if some deviation occurs, there can be negative deviation, which is most bothering. Instead of 5,000, 4,000 units are produced, profit reduces, and there can be positive deviation giving more return than the planned target of 5,000 units. Now, which is the major area of concern? When there occurs a negative deviation. That means from the planned target, the amount of output falls below. There must be some problem. So, controlling helps to analyze the cause why such negative deviation has taken place and take some corrective measures so that this deviation can be minimized and this gap can be reduced and the right track. It can reroute the organization in the right track to achieve the planned target. Number two, to judge accuracy of standard set. Now already during the planning process, the standard has been set that 5,000 units of output can be produced. But sometimes there are also problems with the planning. Suppose an organization have planned that 5,000 units have to be produced, but it is using such machine which cannot produce 5,000 units, or it is using less labor. With employing such labor, you cannot get such a target. So such target or such standard which is set during the planning process is faulty, because neither the machines nor the labor that is employed can ever achieve such standard. So why to set such standard when it cannot be achieved? It is not achievable. So if there is any fault in the standard set is found out, whether the standard set is accurate or not in the planning process is found out, and also correction if required in the planning in the next period or next time is also made through controlling. That means, suppose the planned target or the standard set is 5,000 units, and every time the controlling team is finding that the actual performance is falling below. And if suppose the cause is the planning is faulty, because the standard set can never be achieved with the machinery, type of machinery used or with the labor used. So this is something that shows over and above for the organization, which cannot be achieved, which is unachievable. The organization is as if it is dreaming about such a outcome, means it has to use the inputs as well, which is capable of giving 5,000 units. So it is unrealistic, and correction has to be made in the planning so that the planned target is such which is achievable. So it also helps in judging whether the standard set during the planning is accurate or not, whether it is achievable or not. Number three, making efficient use of resources. Now suppose here I want to give you one example. Suppose I am giving you a project on BSTD, and I have explained you how to do the project, and a specific date has been given on which day you have to show me the project. You have to give me back the project. Now then if I tell that your project is totally wrong, what is happening? Many things are going a wastage. Your effort is a wastage. The amount of money you have spent in making up the project, collecting pictures, everything is a wastage. So this wastage means the inputs that are used have gone. The ink that you have used, the decoration which you have used, you have to change the entire project. So your entire effort, money which you have investment in the project is totally lost. So you have wasted the entire thing. So what is better? If I have given you the project and from time to time I would have checked your project so that I can say when you are going wrong and you can change your path then and then and give a correct project at the end. So you can minimize the wastage. Similarly, in organization also, suppose I have directed and finally when the product is coming, I am declaring it to be a wastage. Then what is lost? The labor's effort is lost. The time that is given to him, within which time the organization could have done better, could have increased the output, that is gone. The organizations requires money to buy the inputs with which the product is made, that is also gone. So it increases the wastage. So if controlling is done in every step and every step there are people to direct you to say when you have to change your style of work or way of work, then it becomes easier and you can minimize the wastage. Number 4, it brings order and discipline. Now, when you know that somebody is there to keep a check on you or to control you, then you will definitely have some discipline in your work, because you know that if I check the project at the end date, you know that you have so much time, you will do the project just before the day of submission. But if I tell you that particularly I have given the project and on Tuesday you have to show me, everyone needs to show me every Tuesday and Friday how much your work have progressed. So what you will do, you cannot sit for the last day and you have to do something. Slowly and steadily your project will be done. And because there is control in each step, you will be maintaining a certain discipline about the work. Similarly, if the organization sets a target and totally now sees the final outcome, then there can be many things faulty. So if the organization has a controlling team that on regular basis checks the work, then there will be much more discipline and order within the organization. Next, it brings coordination in action. Now you know that in big organizations, everyone is engaged with different types of work. For example, there is a team which looks after how to finance the capital or the monetary needs of the business. There is a team which is engaged in the purchasing of raw materials. There is a team which is engaged with production of goods. There is also a team which is doing advertising of the product and are involved with the final sale. So for example, suppose the production team is doing a very good job. It is doing the work in such a way that the time limit that is given by the organization, within that time they can deliver their work. But suppose on the other hand, the purchasing team, from where the raw materials will come, because before the production the raw materials should come. Suppose the purchasing team is not that efficient. So what will happen? The production team is delivering the products within the time and they have to sit back for the purchasing team when they will come up with the purchased goods and raw materials and will give them for production activities. So what will happen here? There is a time gap, lack of coordination, and in any organization, if any department sits without a work, that is a loss for the organization, because that time it is unable to use anybody. So if the production team has delivered its work and suppose it is now without work, why? Because the purchasing team has not even purchased the raw materials, then how will they continue with the work? So this time gap is a kind of wastage, but there is a controlling team. Why? So that there is minimum wastage, and it also controls whether all the departments are working in such a way that their work is coordinated. That means the time when production team is ready for the work, that time purchase team is already ready with the raw material. So we call it proper coordination. Lastly, it maintains and improves quality. You all know that whatever the product delivered by the organization will only earn profit when it sells the product in the market. So customers are very important, and if nobody buys, then there will be no profit. Whatever desired, how much controlling is done, how good the work is, nothing matters, because there is no customer at the end unable to sell the product in the market. So customer forms the king of the market. They are the one on whom the organization's profit earning ultimately lies. So customers will definitely use their money. They are going and buying the commodity with their money. So they will want to always use the money on such good which are quality wise superior. Quality is better, you can say. So there has to be a check on the quality of the good that is also produced by the organization. So the controlling team also checks whether good quality products are produced or not. Quality control team is there, which controls from the very beginning, that is the purchase unit, whether they are buying good raw materials, superior quality raw materials, whether the production team is doing the work nicely so that the ultimate product is usable, it actually satisfies the customer. So every step of production, quality control is needed, and the control is done by this controlling team, which maintains the quality and tries to improve the quality of the goods delivered by the organization so that the customers are happy with the quality and they end up in buying the goods from the market, and the organization ultimate aim of profit earning is received.